we're good to go.
Okay.
All right, welcome back everybody to another episode. Today I am with Alex. Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, Alex. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, I'm the other Alex. She's the real Alex. I'm the other one.
You're the golden one.
I'm the golden one. That's right. Alex, tell everybody a little something about yourself.
I'm Alex, and I really like plants.
Cool. Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
That works. So a while back, me and Alex had a soil class together. It was soil science, right?
Yes.
Intro.
Yeah, intro to soil science.
Yeah, with Kurt Voigt at Sierra College. He's like one of my favorite professors here.
Because he likes soil and trees as much as you.
Exactly. He's super into it, just like me. And I mean, his biggest phrase was,
Add organic matter.
Oh yeah, he loves organic matter. But the other one I was thinking of was, soil, not dirt.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not dirt, it's soil. So.
Both of you are really picky with your words.
Yeah.
Can I tell them a story?
Go for it.
Okay, so one of the first days in class, Kurt is naming off a bunch of Latin names for plants, I think trees, and Alex just goes in oh, you mean blah 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 blah. Start nerding out yeah, blah 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 blah, and I don't even remember the names because I don't know the Latin name for anything.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Hold on, a bunch of wind coming through.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's top. Levels on this thing are just joking.
You're doing great on that button right now.
Cool.
Thank you.
I think we're better than we were. Yeah, we'll have to work with it. I'll do some noise reduction in it. But I'm very picky with my Latin names, my plants. That's my one pet peeve. It's when they misidentify plants, and then when they not say it wrong, but when they use the wrong one and they think they know it.
I feel like that gets tricky though, because sometimes Latin names for plants change.
Oh, all the time. You have to keep up with it.
How do I know which one is which?
There's a bunch of websites that hold it up. There's native plant societies that do a lot of it, and then you can go on scientific journals and they'll have it posted.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, no, I like my plants. I think it was I think we were talking about manzanita.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, Arctostaphylos mertensiana or something like that. I think that was my thing the first day of class. So I think today we're just gonna be talking about soil, ... not dirt, obviously. So,
You gonna tell them why it's not dirt?
Dirt is the stuff underneath your fingernails, and soil is what gives life.
Oh, I like that definition so much.
I think it's good.
It is good.
I'm pretty sure I copied that from somebody on somewhere.
Kurt would approve.
Yeah, he would. I think so. Yeah, I like soil. It's fun.
I love putting my hands in soil.
Yeah, I feel it.
Like warm soil.
Yeah, that's true. You can tell, even just touching it, if it's good or not. Honestly, and plus, plants need soil. So.
Here vegetable with Oklahoma and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They forgot about soil.
They did. What was it? They tilled all the fields, I think, early in the season, planted it.
Were they doing monoculture there?
Yeah, they were. I think it was all wheat.
That
wheat,
makes sense.
Corn, and then they just didn't get rain for 4 or 5 months.
Oops.
Everything died, and then all the topsoil, since it got tilled over the season before, just, went away with the air. So, yeah, that was not good. They just kind of thought it would be there forever, and they didn't maintain it, and then it was gone. So,
I feel like we had that knowledge, as ancient people, Native Americans knew about soil. They with the Thanksgiving story about putting the fish in the soil and then the corn growing or whatever.
Yeah.
But somehow we just ignored it. We forgot about it.
I think it's just because nobody really thinks about it. Unless people are in the field, I don't think it's on a...
There's a weird disconnect.
There is. But there's a lot of disconnects nowadays, so...
Yeah.
It seems pretty normal to do that.
But it's sad.
It's sad. It is. But it's especially the way we grow crops nowadays, it's not good, just because you plant one crop that takes one nutrient out of the soil, and then you keep using it until you can't anymore.
Because the nutrients have run out.
Yeah, and so it's not even viable soil anymore. And then after that, you till it over, try and plant another crop or a cover crop, and if that doesn't take, then you've just tore up the soil, and all of it either runs away with water or with a windstorm. So
Yeah, and I feel subsidies kind of have something to do with it too. It encourages our monoculture.
Oh, the corn subsidies?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like, I don't know if we want to get into that, but that
Yeah.
it's kind of a broken system.
It's a whole thing. I don't even know if I want.
No.
I don't want to be depressed today. That's the thing.
We can start talking about solutions.
Oh, we could do that. Yeah. What do you think would be a good, like, viable way that we could, at least stop soil degradation?
Okay, so this is coming from someone who hasn't talked to a farmer in an area where a lot of monoculture has been going on, like the Corn Belt. I haven't been there, haven't talked to anyone, so I don't know how much knowledge they have about the soil, or if they're just like stuck because this is the only way that they know how to grow a certain kind of food. Like, so I don't know if I can really judge them for doing monoculture, but I feel like education is a big part of it, and I'm sure there's a ton of like, I don't know, just a ton of things that I don't know about. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. I think it's like
I don't know the full problem.
I'm totally guessing.
Yeah.
Here. None of this is based in fact or science, but I think that they're just trapped with like the monetary monopoly that the government has on corn. And since everyone grows corn because the government says, hey, we'll pay you, the market's so low, there's no way they can actually be successful unless they use a monoculture system.
Especially since their soil is so bad now.
Exactly.
They can't. Wow, that is a bad cycle.
See, and then you need to buy the tractors to till up all the soil the right way to grow that one crop. Then you need to pump in synthetic fertilizers just for that crop to keep it going. And it's so expensive nowadays because have you seen some of the combines they have? Now,
No.
Oh my goodness, they've got GPS, they've got
Oh yeah, I've seen
radio,
that. That's kind of cool.
They've got coolers in it. Like this, it's like
You can live in one.
you can literally live in one. The thing is, I think it's like, if it wasn't subsidized by companies and government, it's like got to be in the millions for farmers for that kind of equipment.
True.
Because you need all the extensions. You need
Good point.
the disker, the plower, and then you need all the forward equipment to harvest everything. And everything just goes up and up and up. So I just think.
And we should point out that since they're using cheap synthetic soil or synthetic fertilizer, it doesn't matter that it's cheap, but it matters that it's synthetic, and that doesn't add organic matter into the soil.
Yeah,
it's not improving the soil.
Isn't it? Well, I know they use solid fertilizers. They don't use water
soluble.
Yeah, I think because my grandpa he got like just pellets of like nitrogen and NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and they were like little round balls.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you have to wear like double layer gloves and throw it out, otherwise it'll burn your hands.
Oh my gosh, that is some like concentrated stuff.
Yeah, it's nothing but like solid nutrient, so it doesn't add anything but the nutrient that takes up. So if you put it in, it comes right out, and then the soil is just the same as you left it.
Which was not very good to begin with.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's all bad. I don't know. I think we can do it. I don't know if we'll be able to do it soon enough, but I think it's possible.
To change from a corn subsidized farming culture to a more educated non-monoculture thing.
Yeah, I think so. Like independent farms with multiple crops, because I want to do a project to do a food forest.
Yeah, I'm really into food forests too.
They are so cool. It's like you could literally walk out, make a salad, and all the sides to your meal right there in your backyard. I really
favor that in like urban environments where we've kind of already messed up the ecosystem.
So bad. Oh my god. Wastelands.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like an aerial map of a city?
Yes.
It looks like a tumor.
Yeah, it does.
I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and I was like, he said something about it, and he goes like, I was flying over LA and it looked like a cancer.
Wow. Yeah.
And it just keeps growing.
Especially for LA.
Oh my god. I thought about that and I was like, yeah, I agree with that. Like, look at all the buildings around us. It all is like. I
was telling the Sustainable Ag Club on campus that we should really do a food forest at Sierra. But it's always the problem, like at schools and stuff, it's always I guess cities too, it's always the problem of who's going to maintain it.
And who's going to fund it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get donations. I'm sure Green Acres have donated to the Sustainable Ag Club before, but it's like old bulbs that they can't sell anymore. Not necessarily like food things. I guess maybe those would get sold more.
Probably quick, yeah. I mean, what's that seed company? It's
Monsanto.
Oh God, no, not those guys. Oh no.
Oh, the heirloom one, like Baker Family Farm or something like that.
It's like the big one out in the Midwest, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it's huge, and oh my gosh, I can't remember. I can't believe.
Is it like organic or commercial, like super conventional? There's like Burpee.
Burpees.
Okay,
Yeah, Burpee Seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that company. I mean, I wonder if they could fund that.
I don't know. I don't think we've ever tried. But I'll keep that in
It'd
mind.
be kind of cool.
It would be.
But I mean, you'd have to plant perennials, right?
Yeah.
In the garden, not just the annual crops that'll die away.
Yeah, because the club has established like pollinator gardens and stuff, and we're not very good at maintaining them. Because once like a student will come and they're going to be super passionate about a project, but then after they leave, graduate or transfer, like the same passion isn't necessarily instilled in everyone else in the club.
Oh. And
who comes after?
Just goes to the wayside after that.
It might, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like, quote unquote, free or cheap food for the students would work out a lot better.
Yeah, especially since the cafeteria is so expensive.
It's like $6 or $7 for a burrito.
Like tortillas are not that expensive. Rice and beans, come on.
No, it's the breakfast burritos. Breakfast food is so cheap.
Yeah.
But I don't want to lose my spot. That's the thing. It's parking. That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's true.
They know you can't leave, so then you have to buy their super expensive food.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's no good, but I don't know.
Okay, so I guess we have two solutions so far. One, more education.
Yeah. As always.
About soil degradation. Two, food forests and urban environments.
Yeah. Community gardens.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good idea. I don't know. We're gonna have to do something on the commercial scale though.
Yes.
At least in the beginning.
Did you know that is aquaculture? What's the other one?
Permaculture?
No, it's like related to aquaculture.
Hydroponics?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So hydroponics works pretty well.
You're good. I'll just edit it or something.
Aquaponics works pretty well commercially, at least small scale, but there's a local aquaponics / hydroponics guy in Loomis who did a talk for the ag club one day, and he was saying that he started out as aquaculture with the fish.
Okay.
And there's no commercially viable aquaponics cellar, because it's really hard to balance the fish with the growing.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Whereas hydroponics, you just have to worry about the water and putting nutrients in the water, but with aquaponics, you're actually creating like an ecosystem.
Yeah.
And that's way harder. Like you have to get the right fish, you have to feed the fish properly, and like all this stuff.
And then also the bottom feeders and algae eaters. I mean,
right now no one's perfected it. That doesn't mean that they can't or won't, but right now it's really hard for aquaponics to be large scale.
Yeah.
More than just your family.
Yeah. I saw, I don't know if you saw the video. It's the huge warehouse, and they have vertical grow tubes with the tomatoes.
Yeah.
And it's just like a water solution and the nutrient solution pumped in. I think that could work.
Yeah. That doesn't even have soil.
Exactly. No soil, no problem. And then we can go in with some restoration projects, and
There. Let me also tell you about this guy. I was talking to a farmer near the Davis area for one of my intro to sustainable agriculture classes. He had an orchard. I don't remember what, maybe like a nut or something.
Okay.
Or nut or fruit, whatever grows on trees.
Yeah.
But he was saying that he was really open to the idea of sustainable agriculture, but some of the solutions were not economically viable. So we asked him why he didn't compost, and he said, one, if he used like animal manure as like fertilizer, there's something about like health violations that could happen.
Oh.
And so I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, that's bad. I don't want food contaminants. But also, in order to get the amount, so he uses synthetic fertilizer, which injects more nutrients into the soil in its fast release. But if he bought the compost needed to be equivalent to the synthetic fertilizer that he uses, he would have to bring in like a ton of diesel trucks and stuff, and it would be like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
Because you had to apply so much organic matter but you have to bring it on these diesel trucks, like 2-ton diesel trucks. Like, it's not better. And I don't know, it was interesting to see that unintentional like consequence.
Yeah, I see that. It's so screwed up. Like, there's always an unintentional consequence for every action we do.
Yeah, so I just feel like life's more complicated than we think sometimes.
Yeah,
Especially when you're big, conventional.
yeah. I mean, the goal, right, is small, not family owned, but community owned and ran farms, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would seem that's the best option, honestly.
Yeah.
Just to the way we could do, because we don't have to transport it out, we don't have to ship it out, all the shipping, packaging, all the what's that word? I'm spacing out.
Like distribution.
Fossil fuels.
Oh yeah.
That word.
Yeah, less of that.
Yeah. So sorry guys, it's finals week. We're all exhausted.
We just finished.
Yeah. So like all the other small stuff that adds up, like the cost wise, it'll be cheaper for one, locally grown, less contamination, less runoff, less.
And it strengthens your community.
Yeah, that's also the thing. I don't even talk to my neighbors.
Yeah.
So.
I see them. I said hello to one this morning.
Oh, that's good.
Because we were face to face.
Yeah, exactly. But half the time, I don't ever see them.
No.
So, I mean, I feel like it would be cool to see, but I don't know if it's just viable yet.
Yeah, because in order to really deconstruct the convention, like the huge conglomerates, like I can't even imagine doing that. I don't know what that would take.
An act of God, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. It would have to take like half of America saying we don't want this.
Yeah, and we'd have to get Congress and the House and then the president on it. I mean, we could probably get the president to do it. Maybe.
President.
Maybe not this one. But I don't know. Trump's a popular, so if everybody's like, "Hey, we want to do this," he'll probably just go along with it.
Yeah, he might.
You never know. It's kind of a wild card.
But I feel like it could also raise food prices because our food is so heavily subsidized.
Yeah.
That I mean, America has like the lowest percentage of our income is spent on food than like any other country or something.
Oh.
Because our food is so heavily subsidized, we're not used to it, but the rest of the world is used to paying more for food.
What if we just take that subsidy for the corn and just use it for, green projects?
Yeah, I mean, we should.
Just switch the subsidy and use it for...
But it's who you have to convince.
Everyone, all the policymakers.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, as long as we start and get the ideas out, we're working our way up there.
I wonder if there's a way that we can target young policymakers up and coming and just educate them about sustainable agriculture.
Oh, I don't know. Probably Instagram pages and Twitters and all that nonsense, but I don't know. The plan for me is when I have my solid career and everything set up, and when my life is stable, the plan is have a little property and then just raise the food I need on there.
Yeah, and I do think that's becoming more popular.
Oh, there's so many people the whole tiny
that
house
makes me
movement.
happy. Yeah,
tiny house, little house, big property, lots of space to grow food. That's what I want to do at least.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what I think. There's not much I can do now, but maybe when I get a degree or something.
I'm hopeful for the future.
Yeah, I am too.
I think most of it is about education.
Yeah, I think so. But a lot of people don't want us to learn,
Ooh.
See?
Ooh, that's for another podcast.
I know. It just keeps going. I tell everybody that comes on, I'm like, we don't even really need a script. We can just talk, and then we'll go off on 3 or 4 different routes, and we'll come back. And yeah, we really don't even need a script.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, appreciate you talking.
Thanks, Alex.
It was awesome. Thanks, Alex.
Good luck in Humboldt.
Yeah, and you're going to UC Davis, or are you still sticking around here?
No, I already went to UC Davis.
Oh, that's right.
It's a whole story.
Oh yeah, we can't get into that.
No.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Drop a like and maybe subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, put the notifications on so you can see what we're doing. So until next time, catch you guys later.
Yay.